Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Racing Motorsport News. I am your host, Harry Berry, back at it with another episode. I know, Facecam, Harry. It's been a long time. Facecam got better, Facecam got more expensive, so here you go. If you see me looking over here, I'm looking at my notes. Just let me let you know. But we're going to get started off with it is race week for F1. Finally, it is March 6th. The race for this week in Australia is March 8th, which is literally this Sunday. This video will be posted Sunday, so I will make my race reaction at the end of this video. So just a reminder, this video is recorded the Friday before the race, but the video will be uploaded Sunday afternoon. Just let that be clear. So initial reactions are before the race, and towards the end of the video, I'll put timestamps down below of if you want to see my actual race reaction. But here we go. First off, we got to start off with the F2 and F3 boys. They raced today, I believe. Yeah, F3 raced today. Not really noticeable because it's F3. They're just, slower cars, lower horsepower, and very funny to watch because it's just a bunch of kids trying to make it. It's a Formula One, so they're trying their heart out. So shout out to them. They're doing better than I am in life. But yeah, crazy start to the season for them. A huge wreck mid-race today. So I'll put it on screen just above my face. Here you go, Harry. Here you go. Here is the video in all of its goodness of the F3 boys just thunder cunting it into the wall. The Prema team is going to be in shambles this year, and the season has just started for them. I would love to see how it goes for them this year, but it's not looking great as a start of the season. F2, as of right now, hasn't raced in my time section, so due to my time zone, the F1 race is going to be 4 a.m. my time, about that, on Sunday morning. So it's going to be a rough Saturday night. Speaking of rough, our air conditioning's leaking up here. Yeah. Really, really bad. So there probably might not be a video next week, because I'll have to move my entire setup to the other half of the room, which is very annoying. Very fucking annoying. PC, everything's completely untouched, thank God. I do have to turn on my second PC that my friend's buying, make sure it still works. Sorry, Carlos, I have not checked yet as a time of recording. Ugh, my bad. But that room's untouched from the water damage, from the leakage, so we shall see what happens. I really don't want to move my setup because it's exactly how I want it to be, which is annoying as hell, I know. It's my ADHD brain. Everything's exactly where I want it to be, and if it moves, I get pissed. So now I have to move my entire setup. Anyway, we're getting off track. Back to Formula One. In racing news. These cars are slow. How slow? Tragically slow. If y'all watched Free Practice 1 highlights, or Free Practice 2, Free Practice 3, even some clips on Instagram, you have seen the cars. The drivers have to downshift on the back straight. They have to downshift on that flat section all the way down to that chicane. They have to downshift mid-straight. Never in my period ever watching Formula One or just racing in general have I seen in the lake section someone have to downshift in the straightaway. I've never seen that. Why? They have to downshift due to the power loss. Once the battery drains, and it drains with like 15 seconds, they have effectively half the horsepower. Half the horsepower. They don't have the 1,000 horsepower the entire time anymore, and they can just deploy whenever they want. It's a 50-50 split between electric power and engine power. So when the engine's the only thing powering the car, it becomes incredibly underpowered, and then you have to downshift because the car just doesn't have enough oomph in it to continue gaining speed on the straights. That's disappointing. I hope to see this rectified by race number 4 or 5 when these cars get their first upgrade packages. I would love to see that happen, but I really doubt to see that ever happen. But who knows? Season legitimately just started. We haven't even hit the first race yet. I would love to see what happens. I don't think it's going to be very well for the teams. Williams especially. Alex Albon saying that his car needs to lose weight. Very funny. Very funny from the Williams guy. But yeah, these cars are really slow. It is looking exactly what Max Verstappen said as it Formula E on steroids. Because that's effectively what these cars are. They're not hybrids. It's not hybrid assist. They are Toyota Priuses now. They're not, what is it? McLaren P1, Ferrari LaFerrari, Porsche 918 hybrids. They are Toyota Priuses. It's 50% engine, 50% electricity. But once the boost from the electric power is gone, the cars are just so slow. It's ridiculous. This is also taking place before qualifying. Qualifying is on Saturdays, which is Friday for us, but it hasn't happened yet because it's midday right now. So it's probably occurring as I'm recording, and I don't have access to F1 TV because I refuse to pay that yearly subscription because fuck big corporations. I've already been copyright claimed to all hell. I'm not even monetized on YouTube. And I've been copyright claimed to oblivion to the point where they just block my videos globally because I'm using their videos without consent and without proper reconstruction, if that makes sense. I literally edit out all their editing. So all their graphics, their motion graphics, all that shit I take out. I take out all their voices. It's literally, I put individual clips of cars driving around. That's why you're seeing my ugly ass face right now. Because I've been copyright claimed to all oblivion, and I'm sick and tired trying to find background footage of cars driving around that matches the plot of what I'm saying. Anyway, getting off topic again. Global news when it comes to motorsport. We're going on to the breaking news segment. Breaking news. FIA has declared that the Qatar 1812 will not happen as the first round of the World Endurance Championship. I don't care what your geopolitical stance is. Wars suck. Wars really sucky that the Middle East is back at war. I don't know why we have so many damn tracks in the Middle East to begin with. They're so money hungry, it's ridiculous. Oil makes trillions. But the amount of tracks we have in the Middle East that are most likely going to cancel their Grand Prix or cancel their races is astonishing. We have Bahrain, Qatar, Jeddah, Abu Dhabi. That's 4. That's 4 tracks already. And that's just in F1, let alone the World Endurance Championship, which has Qatar and Bahrain. And I don't think they race anywhere else in the UAE or in the Middle East. I don't think so. Fact check on screen. Do they? Do they not? I don't know. Pretty sure that's the only 2 tracks. So with Bahrain being canceled, and shocking that F1 got a chance to use it for the preseason testing, I don't know what's going to happen. I did say it was postponed. The race has not been canceled, moved over. It's still going to happen, but it's most likely going to happen towards the latter half of the year, which is noticeable. And it's very funny that the FIA thinks this war is going to last 7 months. Very funny. Or even 9 months. So if this race occurs in November, of course they have all the way till December to do this race. I don't think it's going to happen because I don't think these drivers are going to want to drive in the Middle East twice in a row. I don't think they want to go to Qatar and then have to go straight to Bahrain for the season finale for the WEC. But the WEC, they race once every 2 months. So, interesting to see what happens. I hate to see that global politics has now influenced racing. I know racing is supposed to bring us all together and all us sing kumbaya around a campfire and then hate one another for supporting this driver or that driver. It sucks, man. It really sucks that the first round of the WEC is not going to happen this year due to a simple little kerfuffle with Israel, Iran. Is it Iran or it's Iran? In America. I live in America. Shocker. White guy, live in America. But I'm not going to get into my political stance when it comes to my country going to a war that no one signed up for. Any whoosies. That's my 2 cents. Oh shit, we forgot to talk about Aston Martin. Harry, take it away to hilariousness in Formula One. Take it away. Yo, what's up, everyone? It's Harry Berry, your second host. Just kidding, it's the same guy. Talking about the funnies of the week regarding Formula One. This episode of the funnies is going to be hilarious. We have the Aston Martin subplot. What the fuck is going on at Aston Martin? Ridiculousness is what's going on. These cars are literally falling apart. Fernando Alonso is saying he can only manage at Bahrain 28 laps before his hands couldn't take it anymore. He was literally being vibrated to damn death. That is ridiculous. It's ridiculousness. Like, seriously, here's the quote. Like, what's going on, Aston Martin? Don't even start on Lance Stroll. I don't think Lance Stroll cares. Lance Stroll's the greatest of sometimes. You put him in the wet, he turns into prime Lewis Hamilton for some reason. In fact, I believe that's the only time he ever got a podium. I don't think he's won a race. It was a podium, I think, he got in the wet, just out of nowhere. But that was when he was driving for... Was it Racing Point? I don't think it was Racing Point yet. I think it was the team before Racing Point. Force India, I think. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with Aston Martin. The car, the engine's unreliable as fuck. The energy system kills itself. So the hybrid assist just doesn't exist. The hydraulic systems have failed. The electrical systems have failed. The car is unstable, according to the drivers. I don't know what they're doing. This car is just retarded. It's stupid. It's legitimately stupid. Aston Martin might legitimately be the slowest team I've ever seen. Mentally and physically. Now, I feel so bad for Fernando Alonso, because this might actually be his final season in Formula One. We all like to joke he's the rookie. I know the joke. I know the meme. He's an unk. He is unk. He's in his 40s. I don't think he's almost 50, or he's probably more than 50 years old. I'm shocked he's still racing at all, let alone in Formula One. We all know when he retires, he's going to go straight to the WEC. We already know that. Everyone knows that. That's what he does on his breaks. He just races at Le Mans for fun. Who knows? Max Verstappen also said that his time in Formula One is most likely going to be short, especially due to these current regulations if they don't get better. That is his words, effectively, not mine. If you checked on my other socials, which, by the way, make sure to follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. I know I just said Facebook like an unk. I am 20 years old. I'm pretty old. Just kidding. But follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and follow the Twitch if you... No, not Twitter. TikTok. Don't follow my Twitter. Don't even look me up. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it. So yeah, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Those 4 platforms. Follow me on that. Links are in the description. Check me out. But yeah, this episode is very interesting. This is, again, March 6th. So this is Friday night in America. If you watch me from Australia, hello. Good eye, mate. Let me know how it goes. I will catch up on qualifying tomorrow. I will record that segment. And then, which is the one you're seeing right now. Hello, it is Harry Berry reporting for qualifying. It is currently 2 in the morning. Well, I stayed up this late to watch qualifying, and yeah, it's bad. Max Verstappen out in the first few minutes, literally the first lap. Tragic, legitimately tragic. What can you do though? What can you fucking do? You know, So he didn't even get to set a time, which is depressing. Other good news, though. Another championship contender I said would be up there, being George Russell. Phenomenal lap time. Timing screens I'm going to put right here. As you can see, we have George Russell, P1 with a time of 1 minute 18.5, which I believe is half a second faster than his fastest time during practice, which is really, really cool beans from him. Kimi Antonelli, another second Mercedes, P2. Really good start from him. It looks like Red Bull was going to be top 3 regardless. Isaac Hadjar, a rookie, with only 7/10 behind George at it would be a 1 minute 19.2, I believe. Yep. Or 19.3. Still really, really good. Charles Leclerc, P4. Oscar Piastri, P5. Lando Norris, P6. Hamilton, P7. Liam Lawson, P8. Arvid Lindblad, P9. And Gabriel Bortoleto with a no time, P10. Qualifying over. It's going to be an interesting season, to say the least. But yeah, this is Harry reporting live at 2:30 in the morning. It looks like it's going to be Ford versus Ferrari this year, as I anticipated. Charles Leclerc, P1, Hamilton, P2, or Verstappen right behind, with Isaac Hadjar, P4. Isaac's going to be a demon, dude. Isaac's going to be a demon this year. Easily. I think he's going to be the best rookie we have. Miles above everybody else. That kid wants it more than anyone. And that's the only thing that wins you world championships in Formula One. Who wants it more? It's not about... It does have something to do with the car that you drive. Every driver wants to win a world championship. You want to win a world championship at home, don't you? I want to win a world championship. I don't have the car to drive. You don't have the car to drive. These boys have the cars to drive. And so they want it more than anyone in the world because they have the technology and the stuff to do it. And then you're going to see post-race Harry reaction. Wow. Hello. This is race reaction. Well, final race thoughts. This race was eventful in some other ways than not. George Russell coming out with the win, as I suspected, due to his pole position. So, what else happened? Well, it was a Ferrari versus Mercedes weekend. Love to see it. But these two have been in some hot water with the other teams recently due to their fuel compression ratio via Mercedes and the wing situation with Ferrari, both with the exhaust wing and the rotating rear wing. You know, innovation is needed, very much needed in this space. You never know what's going to happen, how people are going to bend the rules or not. You never know. So really let's see innovation come from both teams, but they are significantly faster than the other teams, significantly. The Mercedes especially was running about a second and a half faster than the rest of the field. They were pulling away from Ferrari, and Ferrari was pulling away from Norris and Verstappen. And even Norris was somewhat pulling away from Verstappen in some instances, but Verstappen was on softer tires, so he could push harder and actually get more grip. But yeah, Verstappen and Norris went back and forth through it most of the time. I do not know how some of the other drivers ended their race, let's say that. I do know one, Oscar Piastri, crashed on the opening lap, the formation lap. So that's a rough start, especially as it's home race. His home race, his home race. That's very tragic to see that happen to such a young star, especially after what happened to him last season. This is not a good opener, but what can you do, man? What can you do? We do have some other news. 8 cars were destroyed this race. When I mean destroyed, I mean they just decided to end their own Grand Prix. Big notable one being Cadillac and Aston Martin. Exactly what I said. Cadillac was either going to be good this year or terrible. Well, the latter choice happened. They were terrible. Legitimately terrible. Checo Perez was being lapped based off of race pace. That is terrible for any racing series ever. You're getting lapped based off a race pace. That is tragic for your team. But no first-time team has ever done exceptionally well in Formula One. It is the pinnacle of motorsport, after all. We also talk about Valtteri Bottas. I believe he beached it. Tragic. Shit start for Team Cadillac. What can you do? What can you do? And you have Aston Martin literally falling apart on track. I believe Lance Stroll just retired because he got lapped like 6 times. Same with Checo. I should have just DQ'd himself. If I'm more than a lap and a half down, I normally tend to give up because there's just no point fighting for 0 points. You know what I'm saying? So, eventful race for the good teams. Audi did very well for their first race. Gabriel Bortoleto scoring, I believe, in 8th place. Congratulations. And Hulkenberg crashing, I think, or disqualifying himself. I don't know. I didn't watch. Put it on screen. We have, let me remember this. Both Aston Martins DQ'd. Fernando Alonso, for some reason, on my screen was 12 laps down at one point. I don't know. Did he have to serve like a penalty or something? I don't know what happened, but they just, on the time screen, plus 12 laps. Never seen that. So, that was interesting. We have a Red Bull out. Hadjar relieved it, fucked it into the barriers, I think. I can't remember. And so, yeah, the Red Bull out. Audi out. McLaren out. So, yeah. It was a tragic start to the season, to be honest. Only 16 cars finished out of 22. So that's not a good start to the season. But yeah. Max Verstappen, P20, all the way to P6. Yeah, P6 at the end of the race. Would love to have seen a podium from him. But, you know, these new regulations are pretty, yeah. So what can you expect? I know a lot of people are non-Verstappen fans are like, oh, look, your world champion's terrible. Not really, the car is terrible. But, what can you do? This season is going to be either really good or really bad with these regulations. I'm hoping it turns around for the better. These regulations, I know a lot of people, I've seen it all over Instagram and Twitter recently. People have just been complaining about these regulations. Oh, the cars are slow. Yeah, they are. I've said it before, even in this video. These cars are damn slow. They're so slow. Downshifting on straightaways should never happen in any motorsport ever to gain more speed. Unless you're like mid-corner. But this is a straightaway almost for these cars. And I mean, the energy deployment system needs to be completely redone. The 50-50 power split for the powertrain is just terrible. It's just god-awful. What do I know? I'm just a F1 fan who's been watching for 10, 15 years now. What do I know? I know I've seen hybrid era come and go, saw ground effect come and go, saw the V8s come and go, saw the V10s come and go. And I've watched old Formula One, so the original ground effect era cars, and those were 1,200 horsepower monsters, man. And those were manuals, stick shift, driving with one hand. Imagine that now. Ridiculousness. So, I don't know what's going to happen. I hope for the best. This season is going to be interesting for sure. I would love to see a George Russell versus Charles Leclerc title fight. Love them both to death. As you know, I'm a Max Verstappen fan at heart, but I would love to see Osama go head-to-head with Leclerc. Hamilton still struggling to get on the podium in a Ferrari. He got 4th. I'm just being jokeful here. P4, really good for Hamilton. I believe it's his best actual race placement besides the win in China in the sprint race last season. So, congratulations to Lewis Hamilton for the highest actual race placement. And Leclerc led majority of the race, and then, strategies conflicted, and, Ferrari did not mess up. Don't worry, Ferrari didn't mess up. In fact, they actually figured out how to use their thumbs and coordinate a pit stop. So that was fun to watch. Pit stops are quite long now. They're like 20 seconds, which is 25 seconds. Interesting. Could be just the track itself, but we'd love to see how the strategies play out this season. Anyway, I'm going to send it back to myself. I'm going to stop yapping. Bye. F1 is back. I'm excited. Really fucking excited. I hope this year brings success to those who deserve it. If you are watching for the first time and you enjoy my content, please do me a favor. Like and subscribe and share. Please. Trying to get monetized by the end of the year. At least stage 1 monetization. So that's 500 subs. We are 400. No, 5. Yeah, 400. And we got 94. So that's 406 away. Let's make it happen. Let's make it fucking happen. Stage 1 monetization. First tier. Let's make it. So it's 500 subs. All right. 3,000 watch hours, which we've already cleared 1,200. Let's make it fucking happen, dude. I know y'all can do it. Y'all pretty much got me to my goal of having 100 subs before the season started, which we went from 25 to like 94 in 3 weeks. I don't even know 100 people off the top of my head, so hello. Love y'all. If y'all want to see more F1 content, let me know. Face cam videos, I know you've seen me look to this monitor 1,000 times. Again, it's stage fright. I don't like looking at a camera. I need to put something behind it that I like to look at. So, I'm staring you dead in y'all's souls, aren't I? Anywho's, I love y'all. Take care. Love God. Love one another. Make sure you tell someone you love them. And I hope y'all have a great next week. And yeah, I'll catch you again in another episode, which every Sunday now, because it's F1 season. Bye.